Welcome back to the Road Trip Kingdom Builders, Road Trippers. That's right, man. Akim and Akatim, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, aunties, and uncles, grandmas and grandpas, man, everybody in the house. Shalom, shalom, peace and blessings to each and every single one of you, your homes, your dwelling places, right where you stay at, man, your children, your loved ones, your friends, and your pets, man. All that good stuff that you need in your life, Mishpachah. I'm praying for all that, man. All right, man. All praise to the Most High. Abana Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Waha Ruach HaKadosh, man. All praises to Yahweh, glory to Yahweh Shai, honors to the Ruach HaKadosh, and my love and my respect goes out to each and every single one of you, Kingdom Builders. That's right, man. That's right. All right, man. All right. Second Esdras, chapter 7. This is going to be a standalone. Definitely a standalone. This one is long buddy boy, man. Long boy, man. Look at this. This whole page right here is chapter 7. Then you flip the page, the entire page is 7. Then the next page, the entire page is 7. Then you flip the page again. The entire page is 7. And then you go to the next page, and it ends at the top. Oh, my goodness, man. Yeah, I'm going to be in this one for a minute. Oh, yeah. We're going to have to take, we're going to have to do this one in 4 parts. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you don't want the file to be incorrupted, right? So if you go too long, for some reason when I record, right? If I record for longer than a certain amount of minutes, it might corrupt the file. So I got to pause in between, all right? So you'll see. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this one, man. No further ado. Second Esdras. You got a few moments if you want to get your scrolls out and follow along with me. Highly advised. I would really appreciate that, So we can go ahead and get this together. All right, man. Hallelujah. No further ado. All right. Second Esdras, chapter 7. Let's begin.
Take them back.
All right, family. Let's get it, man. Chapter 7. And it reads, "And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent to me the angel which had been sent to me the night before. And he said to me, Get up, Esdras, and hear the words that I am come to tell you. And I said, Speak, by Adonai. Then he said to me, there is a sea set in a wide place, that it might be broad and vast. But the entrance thereof will be set in a narrow place, so as to be like a river. Whoso then should desire to go into the sea, to look upon it, or to rule it, if he went not through the narrow, nor could he come into the broad. Another thing also, pay attention. Another thing also, there is a city built and set in a plain country, and full of all good things. But the entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place, to fall, having a fire of the right hand, and on the left a deep water. And there is one only path. There's one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once, right? You can't even walk left and right, man. 2 men can't walk side by side, one at a time. If this city now be given to a man for an inheritance, if the heir pass not the danger before him, how will he receive his inheritance? And I said, It is so, Adonai. Then he said to me, Even so also is Yasharel's portion, because for their sakes I made the world, and when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now is done. Then were the entrances of the world made narrow and sorrowful and toilsome. They are but few and evil, full of perils, and charged with great toils. For the entrances of the greater world are wide and sure, and bring out fruit of immortality. If then those who live enter not these straight and vain things, then can never receive those that are laid up for them. Oh man, that's deep, right? Okay. Now therefore, why do you not disquiet yourself, saying you are but a corruptible man? And why are you moved, whereas you are but mortal? And why have you not considered in your mind that which is to come, rather than that which is present? Then I answered and said, O Adonai, that bear rule, behold, you have ordained in your law that the righteous should inherit these things, but that the ungodly should perish. the ungodly will die. That's right. The righteous therefore will suffer straight things, and hope for wide. But those who have done wickedly have suffered the straight things, and yet will not see the wide. And he said to me, You are not a judge above Elohim. You're not a judge above Yahweh. Neither have you understanding above the Most High. Yes, rather let many that now be perished, than that the law of the Most High which is set before them be despised. For Yahweh strictly commands such as came, even as they came, what they should do to live, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. Nevertheless, they were not obedient to him, but spoke against him, and imagined for themselves vain things, and framed cunning plans of wickedness, and said moreover to the Most High that he is not, and knew not his ways. But they despised his law and denied his covenants. They have not been faithful to his statutes and have not performed his works. Therefore, Esdras, for the empty are empty things. For the empty are empty things, and for the full are full things. For behold, the time will come, and it will be then, listen, when these signs of which I told you before will come to pass, that the bride will appear, even the city coming out, and she will be seen that now is withdrawn from the earth. And whoever is delivered from the previously mentioned evils will see my wonders. For my son, the Christ, right, the Mashiach, will be revealed with those, right, with those that be with him, and will rejoice in those who remain 400 years. After these things will my son, the Christ, die for those who, and all that have the breath of life, and the world will be turned into the old silent 7 days, like as in the first beginning, so that no man will remain. No man will remain. All right. 31, and it reads, And after 7 days the world that yet awakens not will be raised up, and that will die, that is corruptible, and the earth will restore those that are asleep in her, and so will the dust those that dwell therein in silence, and the secret places will deliver those souls that were committed to them. And the Most High will be revealed upon the seat of judgment, and compassion will pass away, and patience will be withdrawn. But judgment only will remain. Truth will stand, and faith will wax strong, and the work will follow, and the reward will be showed, and the good deeds will awake, and wicked deeds will not sleep, and the pit of the torment will appear, and near it will be the place of rest, and the furnace will be showed, and near it the paradise of delight. And then will the Most High say to the nations that are raised from the dead, See you and understand whom you have denied, or whom you have not served, or whose commandments you have despised. Look on this side and on that. Here is delight and rest, and there fire and torments. This will he speak to them in that day of judgment. This is a day that neither sun nor moon nor stars, neither cloud nor thunder nor lightning, neither wind nor water nor air, neither darkness nor evening nor morning, neither summer nor spring nor heat nor winter nor frost, neither frost nor cold nor hail nor rain nor dew, neither noon nor night nor dawn, neither shining nor brightness nor light, save only the splendor of the glory of the Most High, whereby all will see the things that are set before them, for it will endure as it were a week for years. This is my judgment and the ordinance thereof, but to you only have I showed these things. And I answered, I said even, O Yahweh, and I say now, blessed are those who are now alive and to keep the statutes ordained by you, man, by you. But as touching them for whom my prayer was made, what will I say? For who is there of those who are alive that has not sinned, and who for the sons of men that has not transgressed your covenant? Who? And now I see that the world to come will bring delight to few, but torment to many. For an evil heart has grown up in us, which has led us astray from these statutes, and has brought us into corruption and into ways of death, that showed us the paths of perdition, and removed us far from life, and that not a few only, but well near all that have been created. And he answered me and said, Listen to me, and I will instruct you, and I will admonish you yet again. For this cause the Most High has not made the world, but two. For whereas you have said that the just are not many, but few, and the ungodly abound, hear the answer thereto. Yeah. All right, 52. If you have exceedingly few choice stones, will you set for you near them according to their number things of lead and clay? And I said, Adonai, how will this be? And he said to me, not only this, but ask the earth, and she will tell you. Entreat her, and she will declare to you. For you will say to her, you bring out gold and silver and brass and iron, also the lead and clay. But silver is more abundant than gold, and brass than silver, right? And iron than brass, lead than iron, and clay than lead. Judge you therefore which things are precious and to be desired, what is abundant or what is rare. And I said, O Adonai, that bear rule, that which is plentiful is of less worth. That's true, for that which is more rare is more precious. And he answered me and said, weigh within yourself the things that you have thought. For he that has what is hard to get rejoices over them that has what is plentiful. Oh boy, that's really true. So also is the judgment which I have promised, for I will rejoice over the few that will be saved, inasmuch as these are those who have made my glory now to prevail, and of whom my name is now named. Right? So the few and rare elect, the remnant, are more precious than everybody else. Right? Of course. Because those other people, they don't love the Father. 61. What does 61 say? And it reads, and I will not grieve over the multitude of those who perish. I'm not. For these are those who are now like to vapor, and are become as flame and smoke. They are set on fire and burn hotly, and are quenched. And I answered and said, O you earth, why have you brought out it? The mind is made out of dust, like as all other created things. For it were better that the dust itself had made unborn, so that the mind might not have been made from it. But now the mind grows with us, and by reason of this we are tormented, because we perished and we know it. Let the race of men lament, and the beasts of the field be glad. Let all that are born lament, but let the four-footed beast and the cattle rejoice. For it is far better with them than with us. For they look not for judgment, neither do they know of torments, or of salvation promised to them after death. For what does it profit us, that we will be preserved alive, but yet be afflicted with torment? For at all that are born are defiled with iniquities, and are full of sins, and laden with offenses. And if after death we were not to come into judgment, perhaps it had been better for us. And he answered me and said, when the Most High made the world and Adam and all those who had came of him, he first prepared the judgment and the things that pertain to the judgment, and now understand from your own words. For you have said that the mind grows with us. The mind grows with us. They therefore that dwell upon the earth will be tormented for this reason, that having understanding they have done iniquity, and receiving commandments have not kept them, and having obtained a law they dealt unfaithfully with that which they received. What then will they have to say in the judgment, or how will they answer in the last times? For how great a time has the Most High been patient with those who inhabit the world, and not for their sakes, but because of the times which he has foreordained. All right. Let's continue, family. All right. Let's see. Verse 75. That's where we're at, right? All right. 75. Yeah, has foreordained. Yeah, 75. All right, here we are. And I answered and said, if I have found grace in your sight, O Yahweh, show this also to your servant, whether after death, even now, when every one of us gives up the soul, gives up the ruach, right? We will be kept in rest until those times come, in which you will renew the creation, or whether we will be tormented immediately. And he answered me and said, I will show you this also, but join not yourself with those who are scorners, nor count yourself with those who are tormented. Don't do that. Don't put yourself in that category. Don't do that. Don't do that, for you have a treasure of good works laid up with the Most High, but it will not be showed you until the last times. For concerning death, the teaching is, when the determinate sentence has gone out from the Most High, that a man should die, as the Ruach leaves the body to return again to him who gave it. It adores the glory of the Most High, first of all, and if it be one of those that have been scorners, and have not kept the way of the Most High, and that have despised his law, and that hate those who fear the Most High, these ruachs will not enter into habitations, but will wander and be in torments immediately, ever grieving and sad in 7 ways. See? They wander the earth. You hear about these lost souls that are, ghosts? Yeah. That's immediate torment. Never finding a resting place. Never finding a resting place. 81, and it reads, the first way because they have despised the law of the Most High. The second way because they can't now make a good returning that they may live. Listen, they can't come back. See? Lost in eternal lost wandering. Right? They can't regenerate. They're stuck. They're stuck in between life and death. What a terrible place to be. The third way, they will see the reward laid up for those who have believed the covenants of the Most High. See, but they're going to see others who are getting it. The fourth way, they will consider the torment laid up for themselves in the last days. The fifth way, they will see by dwelling places of the others guarded by angels with great quietness. The sixth way, they will see how immediately some of them will pass into torment. The seventh way, which is more grievous than all the aforesaid ways, because they will pine away in confusion and be consumed with shame, and will be withered up by fears, seeing the glory of the Most High, before whom they have sinned while living, and before whom they will be judged in the last times. Now this is the order of those who have kept the ways of the Most High, when they will be separated from the corruptible vessel in that time. In the time that they lived therein, they painfully served the Most High, and were in jeopardy every hour, that they might keep the law of the lawgiver perfectly. Here then is the teaching concerning them. First of all, they will see the great joy and glory of him who takes them up, and they will have rest in 7 orders. 7 orders. Let's read 92. The first order, because they have labored with great effort to overcome the evil thought which was fashioned together with them, that it might not lead them astray from life into death. The second order, because they see the perplexity in which the souls of the ungodly wander, and the punishment that awaits them. The third order, they see the witness which he that fashioned them bears concerning them, that while they lived they kept the law which was given them in trust. The fourth order, they understand the rest which, being gathered in their chambers, they now enjoy with great quietness, guarded by angels, and the glory that awaits them in the last days. The fifth order, they rejoice, seeing how they have now escaped from that which is corruptible, and how they will inherit that which is to come, while they see, moreover, the narrowness and the painfulness from which they have been delivered, and the large room which they will receive with joy and immortality. The sixth order, when it is showed to them how their face will shine as the sun, and how they will be made like the light of the stars, being from now on incorruptible. The seventh order, which is greater than all the previous orders, because they will rejoice with confidence, and because they will be bold without confusion, and will be glad without fear, for they hasten to behold the face of him who in their lifetime they served, and from whom they will receive the reward and glory. Right, their crowns. That's right. Verse 99, this is a long one. This is the order of the souls of the just, as from now on is announced to them, and announced are the ways of torture, which those who would not give heed will suffer from now on. Verse 100, oh my goodness. And I answered and said, will time therefore be given to the souls after they are separated from the bodies, that they may see what you have spoken to me? And he said, their freedom will be for 7 days, that for 7 days they may see the things that you have been told, and afterwards they will be gathered together in their habitations. And I answered and said, If I have found favor in your sight, show further to me, your servant, whether in the day of judgment the just will be able to intercede for the ungodly, or to entreat the Most High for them. Whether fathers or children of parents, or kindred, for kinsfolk for their next of kin, or friends for those who they care most dear, right? Oh boy. And he answered me and said, since you have found favor in my sight, I will show you this also. The day of judgment is a day of decision, and displays to all the seal of truth, even as now a father sins not his son, nor a son his father, or a master his slave, but a friend him that is most dear, that is his stead. He may be sick, or sleep, or eat, or be healed. So never will anyone pray for another in that day, neither will one lay a burden on another, for then will everyone bear his own righteousness or unrighteousness. See that? You can't intercede for anybody on that day. On that day, everyone has to hold their own weight. You can pray for somebody now, but when that day comes, none of your prayer is going to matter. Now it's going to be time to put up or shut up. On that day, everybody has to hold their own weight. Doesn't matter how much you love somebody. We're all gonna have to be in it. It's gonna be you and the throne. Your father, your mother, your brother, your sisters, your best friend. Nobody can be there for you on that day. No. This is a day, he says, for then will everyone bear his own righteousness or unrighteousness. That's 105. Let's continue. Oh yeah. That's gonna be a hard day for a lot of people. You're gonna be looking for your pastor. You're gonna be looking for your mom. You're gonna be looking for your dad, and no one's gonna be there because the Most High says, "No, what did you do? What have you done? Let's examine yourself." That's right. Let's examine you. 106, and it reads, and I answered and said, how do we now find that first Abraham prayed for the people of Sodom, and Moshe and the fathers that sinned in the wilderness, and Joshua after him for Yasharel in the days of Achar, and Samuel in the days of Saul, and David for the plague, and Solomon for those who should worship in the sanctuary, and Elijah for those who received rain, and for the dead that he might live, and Hezekiah for the people in the days of Sennacherib, and many for many. If therefore now, when corruption is grown up and unrighteousness increased, the righteous have prayed for the ungodly, that will it not be so then also? Then also he answered me and said, this present world is not the end, and the full glory remains not therein. Therefore have they who were able prayed for the weak. But the day of judgment will be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption has passed away, and intemperance is at the end. Infidelity is cut off, but righteousness is grown, and the truth is sprung up. Then will no man be able to have mercy on him that is cast in judgment, nor the thrust down him that is gotten the victory. I answered then and said, this is my first and last saying, that it had been better that the earth had not given you, Adam, or else when it had given him to have restrained him from sinning. For what profit is it for all that are in this present time to live in heaviness, and after death to look for punishment? O you Adam, what have you done? What have you done? What have you done? For though it was you that sinned, the evil is not fallen on you alone, but upon all us that come after you. You killed all of us, boy. For what profit is it to us if there be promised us any immortal time, whereas we have done the works that bring death? And that there is promised us an everlasting hope, whereas ourselves most miserably are become vain. And that there is reserved habitations of health and safety, whereas we have lived wickedly. And that the glory of the Most High will defend them which have led a pure life, whereas we have walked in the most wicked ways of all. And that there will be a showed of paradise, whose fruits endures without decay, wherein is abundance and healing. But we will not enter into it. For we have walked in unpleasant places, and that the faces of them which have used abstinence will shine above the stars, whereas our faces will be blacker than darkness. For while we lived and committed iniquity, we considered not what we should have to suffer after death. Then he answered and said, This is the condition of the battle, which man that is born upon the earth will fight, that if he be overcome, he will suffer as you have said. But if he get the victory, he will receive the thing that I say. For this is the way whereof Moshe spoke to the people while he lived, saying, Choose you life, that you may live. Nevertheless, they did not believe him, nor yet the prophets after him, no, nor me, which have spoken to them, so that there will not be such heaviness in the destruction as there will be joy over those who are persuaded to salvation. To salvation. Yeah. I answered then and said, I know the Most High Yahweh, that the Most High Elohim is now called merciful, in that he had mercy upon them which are not yet come into the world, and compassionate in that he has compassion upon those that return to his law, and patient for that he long suffers those that have sinned in his creations, and bountiful for that he is ready to give rather than to exact, and of great mercy, for that he multiplies more and more mercies to those who are present and that are past, and also to them which are to come. For if he multiplied this mercies, the world would not continue with those who dwell therein. And one that forgives, for if he didn't forgive of us goodness, that they which have committed iniquities might be eased of them, the 10,000th part of men would not remain living, and a judge. For if he didn't pardon those who were created by his word, and blot out the multitude of offenses, there would perhaps be very few left, an innumerable multitude. That's the end of chapter 7. Oh my goodness, that's a long one. That's a long one, fellas and ladies. That was long. That was really long. That one's a standalone. That's a standalone. We're going to read 8. We're going to read 8 and 9 together, though. We'll put 8 and 9 together, and maybe we'll package up 8 and 9 with 10. But we're definitely not putting 7 with anything else. That is insane. That's one of the longest chapters I think we've ever read. Like ever. Oh my goodness. That's a solid 3 pages. Solid 3 pages. Oh my heavens. All praises to the Most High. Abana Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. Oh, that was kind of fun, though. I like it. I had to read that in like 6 different parts, man. I had to break it up, y'all. I was worried about the corrupted file, you know what I mean? So anyway, we're done. We got it. Oh yeah, man. We're cleaned up, man. We got it. Let's wash up again before we hit the door. Bathe in water, bathe in fire. Oh, we got these scrolls, family. That's right, man. All praise to the Most High. I'll see you soon on the next one. It's going to be 2nd Esdras chapter 8. All right. All praise to the Most High. Hallelujah. Let's get this work. I'll see you real soon, man. I love you. That's right, family. Yeah.